Alrighty, it's your boys the Yuxis, and today we are going to be talking about, I guess you could say, my overview on the Chainsaw Man collab. Now, this video will probably be coming out on the Sunday, but it's being recorded on the Saturday. Like, this video will be coming out on the same day as the Burst 2 tier list, so, yeah. I don't know if that really matters, but just saying it so you guys know. This is like a, I guess, pre-recorded video. But basically, I think the Chainsaw Man collab, in terms of, you know, doing a good job to like bringing players into your game was great, right? I think for their first collab, this was probably one of the best collabs they could have done, essentially because this is I think this game is honestly the first game to have a collab with Chainsaw Man, right? If you guys know, every other gacha game that has a collab will most likely have a collab with AOT, which is Attack on Titan, Slime, ReZero, right? Like they will have, or Shield Hero 2 is one that's common now a lot, but those are mainly the four shows that get a collab with a lot of gacha games, right? Attack on Titan, Slime, ReZero, and then Rising of the Shield Hero. Even Tokyo Revengers has a couple collabs now, right? So those are games that we have already seen those characters, and the problem with that is they just bring those same characters into the game. I don't know, I feel like they don't, me personally, I feel like it just kind of takes away hype because it's something we've already seen before multiple times, right? But with the Chainsaw Man collab, one Chainsaw Man being fairly new, right? I think it just ended like a couple months ago, probably 2 months ago now, or 3 months ago. Right? So it's fairly new. And two, again, it's a collab that no gacha game has ever seen, right? I mean, at least from what I know. I know a lot of gacha games, but I don't think any gacha game has had a collab with Chainsaw Man, right? So keep that in mind. So just in terms of the choice of collab, they did a great job there. Now, in terms of the unit selections, there wasn't much they could do. So it was kind of a given that they were going to choose Makima, Power, and Himeno. Right, there was a given they were going to bring those characters because those are the only girls, like really only main females of the show, I want to say. So the character choice, it was kind of a given, really. There's not much to say about it. But I will say it was kind of smart on their part. It wasn't like intentional. But the problem with Makima, right? So let me pull up my Makima, right? When Makima dropped, there was a like commotion within the community because Makima essentially had a coat. So where is my Makima? Makima had a coat, right? And let me put on her skin. I'll put it on. Or can I just view with it, right? Yeah, so she had a coat like this, and when you shoot with it, this is what people would see. Now, obviously, Nikke, I don't want to say Nikke is a bad game, and the only reason why people play Nikke is for the cheeks, right? Obviously, the assets are a big reason of why this game is very popular. But Makima too, right? It's just like, it's the given, right? People want to kind of see Makima's cheeks, right? So having a coat on her kind of takes that away, right? So I think it was very smart for them to actually listen to us and then bring in her skin, what's it called? The coatless skin, you know, after a bit after. Reason why is because this brought them some more money, right? Because the only way you could get this skin is if you pulled Makima, right? So again, if people's reasonings for summoning was just because they liked the character and they wanted to see cheeks, now they had more of a reason to summon, because when you summon, you obtain the skin too, right? And that's another free skin for you as well. It's nothing really crazy, it's just a code off, but again, it's still free. Now you have two options of what you want to wear for your Makima, right? If you're somebody who likes to change between skins a lot here and there. So I do think it was kind of smart on their part to actually listen to the community and do that. What I kind of wish they did for every character, including Himeno, was give them all a skin in general, right? Like a farmable skin. You could have done like, because I know Grand Cross, for example, is a game another game I play. When they have collabs, they make the collab character have skins that you buy, and then you get one skin for free from an event for the characters, right? So I kind of wish they did that. I feel like they could have done Power in a different skin as well, because this outfit is like not really all that, right? I mean, people are probably mad about the cheeks here too, but she doesn't really have any, I'm sorry. But I feel like they could have done a whole new skin for her and even Himeno, because I'm not really a fan of Himeno wearing the suit. I like Himeno because of her eye patch, but even Himeno, I'm not really a fan of this suit, right? Not whatsoever, right? So keep that in mind, right? I feel like they could have easily brought in skins, but that's just my opinion. In terms of content, I feel like they did a good job to keep your players around. The co-op was just there, but they did have 3 different types of co-op. So obviously, if you tackled 1, 2, and 3 throughout the days it was out, you know, you stayed for a while longer. You stayed for the full 2 weeks. And obviously, another thing that they do that's very, very worth it, or not worth it, but like something they do to kind of keep their players is their login stamps. I feel like they do a great job to keep these, right? Because throughout 14 days, you do get a multi, but on the 14th day is how you get the final 5 tickets you need for the multi. Their placements for these characters and the rewards, I think, is great. All it takes is 3 days to get the free character, which is nice. You just log in 3 days and you get the character, and then on the 5th day you got the custom icon, right? So keep that in mind. I think that was a great what they did there. And then again, throughout the 14 days, you got little good rewards here and there, like some tickets, some growth materials, and then again, obviously the multi, which you would only get after 14 days of logging in. So again, their placements for the login stamp is usually the same as the other ones. But again, I think they did great over there, right? Another thing I like what they did was these, right? I'm not sure if other events do this. I mean, I didn't really look out for them in other events, but the lost relics, right? So there's lost relics around the map. They have 30 right now out. I'm probably sure for the next 3 days we're gonna get a couple more. But right now you can go around the map and look for 30 lost relics, or unknown data. I guess that's what they're called, unknown data, that will give you mats for the shop and also gems, right? So that's pretty nice as well. In terms of the story 1 and 2, it's the same as the other ones, but I do like it, right? Again, the bonus characters are obviously the new collab characters, and then also Himeno. So this guarantees you at least 90%, right? Because Rappy, Anderson, and Neon are basically free characters when you do a multi. If you've pulled them, of course, and then Himeno's also free. So that's guaranteed 90% bonus drops for any new player who joins the game. Obviously, they always do a good job with that. And then in terms of the rewards you get from these events, I feel like they do a great job as well, because they give a pretty good amount, right? Like if you go here on 9, I don't know if it's going to show, but on 9 you get 4 boxes of core dust. So farming these boxes every single day is going to help a new player, old player, whatever player, just progress even more, right? And it's even 4 boxes of the battle data sets, and then 4 boxes of like credits, right? So these are very, very good rewards that they're giving out daily. So in terms of content, I feel like they did good. In terms of the rewards they given out, they did good. Their battle pass, we had a custom battle pass. I feel like they did a great job with that too, because there was 2 free limited name frames, or name frames, I guess that's what they're called, but the other one was also a free-to-play one, right? I was surprised. I thought maybe they would have this frame a pay-to-win one, but they didn't, right? But if you did buy what's it called, if you did buy the battle pass, you would have gotten 15 regular recruit vouchers and then advanced recruit vouchers, both of them being 15, and then you would also get like 50 modes, which was good, right? So it would give you a multi and a half. It will give you a multi and a half on the advanced one, so limited banners, and then a multi and a half on regular banners, and then also give you 50 modes. So you probably got an SSR there somewhere along the way, or maybe you just got completely shafted. But it was pretty good, right? Overall, the rewards they gave out were great through the battle pass and stuff like that. All of this was good. Now, the shop, I think the shop also was good. I think it's just the same as every other shop. Unfortunately, I don't think they've given enough out for you to be able to get every single one of the rewards. So it's kind of a pick and choose situation here. But at the end of the day, they still gave out great rewards, right? I think it was, I can't show you guys, but I think you got like 30, like for example, what are these? Pilgrim common consoles. You got like 30 for every time you bought it for 100. So you bought it 3 times, you would get 90. This is big power upgrade for a lot of players. This is big power upgrades, right? Just these common consoles are big power what's it called, consoles, right? Common consoles, right? Big power ups, big common consoles, whatever you want to call them, right? So I feel like in terms of helping new players, old players, and like mid-range players grow their accounts through this collab was great, right? I feel like they did a good job with having the collab benefit all types of players, regardless if you're old, regardless if you're new, and regardless if you're like a middle type player, right? Like I don't want to say like a old player, but obviously you know what I mean when I say a middle type player, right? One thing, they didn't really give any, like, they didn't put out any codes like that. They did give an extra 300 gems from the questionnaire, and then also even the co-op stages, if you just did it like once, you would rank. That's why people got like these broken cores for free in their mailbox. But I feel like, again, they did a fantastic job with keeping players around. Their character choices, again, the only thing I wish they would have done is gave out a free skin for every character. Not even a free skin, just like a skin for every character, regardless if you had to buy it or not. Again, what they did with the coatless Makima was smart on their part to get people to summon more, and stuff like that. Another thing I want to say I do like is that they made collab characters abnormal, right? And then gave a lot of abnormal, like, common consoles, right? To kind of power them up, right? So abnormals, I assume, are just going to be for the collab characters, right? Or like, yeah, basically for the collab characters, because Nikke exclusive characters will probably have either be Pilgrim, Tetra, or whatever. But collab characters who are not a part of the Nikkeverse will just be abnormals. I think they did a great job there. They gave a lot of abnormal things. Like my abnormal thing here is level 29 or 24. My bad. 24, which is giving me more attack and defense. So that's pretty good, right? In my opinion, I think they did a good job there. So in terms of, again, the rewards they gave, great. In terms of the content to keep, you know, players around, great. In terms of how to display things, great. I think they did a good job with this collab. I don't want to say it's a 10 out of 10 collab, but I would say it's like probably an 8 or 9 out of 10 collab, right? Because what did they really not have? Like maybe a mini game. I feel like a little mini game for a free skin, right? With the co-op and with everything else would have been a great for it to be like close to a 10 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10. But I feel like if they had a free skin for the characters and then put it through a mini game on top of what we have right now, would have probably made this collab a 10 out of 10. If they probably gave, I don't want to say if they gave more rewards, because they have to make some type of money. I understand that. We also had this special pack. I never talked about it, but this special pack, this was kind of bad. Which one is it? It's one of these packs here. I think it's here. So this pack is basically an SSR selection pack, and you got to pick between Volume, Uni, what's this girl's name? Adme, and then Brid. Not really great selections here. This is only going to be useful for characters who need to push past the 160 wall and have these characters 1, 2, or whatever stars, right? If you have them 2 stars already, right? That's what this is going to be useful for. But besides that, a great collab. I enjoyed my time doing the collab. Can't wait to see what other collabs they have, because again, with the Chainsaw Man collab, it guarantees that they could have a collab with anything, because there are no guns in Chainsaw Man, or at least like the characters, the abilities they have are not with guns, right? It's Chainsaw Man, right? So keep that in mind. But for now, that's going to be my honest opinion on the Chainsaw Man collab. We also, again, if you got the Himeno, which you did get the dupes through the events, you actually do have this nice home screen too. I think this is one of the cooler ones. Her looking up at you with the eye patch and the hands, and then the crosses back there of the graves and stuff. It's very, very cool. This is a very nice wallpaper right here, right? But I'm going to keep it on Helm. You guys let me know if you guys agree with me. Let me know what you guys felt like they could have done more to make this collab a 10 out of 10, if it's not a 10 out of 10 for you already. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Later. Peace.